Swiftly as we see often in this competition, has this good still. Time keeps on flying, and so soon we are in our penultimate fight here tonight at the Bukumbo Arena. And in the background, Kevin Fadini of Togo, who will be the next fight against an opponent from Gabon, the very man who defeated Ghana's heavyweight and the plant, is warming up in the background, ready, as if confident there will be a knockout in this fight, and he is warming up tremendously in the background. But the show begins here in round number 1 between the Nigerian in the blue and the Egyptian in the red, as the two boxers appear to be evenly matched and not in too much hurry to attack here. But those were two good punches there from the Nigerians. Like that.
Welcome you on the show, Sports Update on Trust TV. Adeni Aji Shafe. Some boxing action there for you right now. Let's look at the update trend in the world of sport. As we start with Cote d'Ivoire 2025, Flying Eagles land in group of death. Well, a tough one there because the draw for that competition has been made over there in Cairo, Egypt. And right now, from the way it is, our team, Flying Eagles, they'll be facing very strong sets of our team in this competition. Though before we look at that, we look at the under-17 for all the draws are actually made today. In the under-17 Africa Cup of Nations, Nigeria will not be playing. Morocco 2025, we have Morocco, the host nation, Uganda, Tanzania, and Zambia in Group A. In Group B, Burkina Faso, the completion of UNIFAC 1, South Africa, and Egypt. And you have Senegal, the Gambia, Somalia, and Tunisia. In Group C, in Group D is Mali, Angola, Cote d'Ivoire, and also the unification of UNIFAC 2 there. Well, that's the draw actually made for the under-17 AFCON that will be coming up in Morocco. Then for the under-20, where Flying Eagles will be at least playing the group of death. You look at the Group A, Cote d'Ivoire, the host nation. Unified completion of 2 there, DR Congo, Ghana, and Tanzania, and Nigeria, Egypt, South Africa, and Morocco. Really, it's a group of death because all of them will actually come out against Nigeria, Egypt, South Africa, and Morocco. Perennial enemies of Nigeria when it comes to football. You look at these 3 nations, they want to give their all to see how they can dislodge us in Group B. While in Group C, we have Senegal, Zambia, Kenya, and Sierra Leone for the Cote d'Ivoire 2025 under-20 AFCON that will be coming up there. Well, for the women futsal, let's have it. The draw for women futsal also was conducted. We have Morocco, Cameroon, Namibia will be in the Group A. Morocco, they are the host nation. And you have Group B, Angola, Egypt, and Guinea in that particular group. And in Group C is Madagascar, Tanzania, and Senegal will also be playing in the Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025 that will be coming up there. Well, as it is, Nigeria Flying Eagles will be facing tough duel against Egypt, against Morocco, against South Africa. Hopefully, they will be able to do their best to make sure they qualify from that Group B that has been tagged Group of Death at the just concluded draw made earlier today. Well, from there, we talked about NPFL. Let's go to the NPFL update, where Bendel Insurance, Nasarawa United regains 3 points after the decision of the NFF Technical Committee, the disciplinary committee on those findings that actually were conducted. Let's look at it. 3 decisions were taken by the NFL disciplinary committee, where we look at decision on Bendel Insurance versus Kano Pillars. That game was played on 11th November 2024 at the that's Ogbe Stadium in Benin City. Findings: the committee found that Bendel Insurance did not provide adequate and effective security during the match between Bendel Insurance and Kano Pillars, in that some of their fans had access to the restricted areas, and there was no evidence that the attack on match officials was grievous. And decision 1, 2, 3, well, the first decision is that the committee affirmed paragraphs A, B, C, D, and F of the decisions of the NPFL as contained in Form 16, summary jurisdiction notice to Bendel Insurance for that particular date. The other in paragraph E, deducting 3 points and 3 goals from the accrued points and goals of Bendel Insurance FC by the NPFL is hereby set aside on the ground that the assault on the match official was not grievous, as provided in Rule C11 of the framework and rules of the NPFL, that the above decision are without prejudice to the right of appeal. That's the first one, drawn by the disciplinary committee. Let's look at the second one. This one on Plateau United versus Rangers International FC on the 10th November 2024 at New York Stadium. The committee adopted the entire findings of the NPFL as contained in Form 16, where the decision of the committee says paragraphs A to H of the decision of the NPFL as contained in Form 16. Summary decision notice to Plateau United as dated that the above decision are without prejudice to the right of appeal, though they did not return the point deducted for Plateau United. But for Nasarawa United, going to the third decision now, that has to do with Nasarawa United. Finding is that the committee found that the case of assault on the referee was not proven beyond reasonable doubt, and the match commissioner, during interrogation, denied knowledge of any assault on the referee or any match official. The committee found that the match commissioner is inexperienced and incompetent to handle any Premier League match, that there was video evidence showing that Nasarawa United FC supporters were throwing stones and objects into the field of play. Decisions after the findings, the committee have found paragraphs 1, 2, 3, 4 to 7 or 8 of the decision of the NPFL as contained in that particular summary jurisdiction. The order in paragraph 4, deducting 3 points and 3 goals from the accrued points, goals of Nasarawa United FC by the NPFL is hereby set aside on the ground that the case of assault on the match official was not proven beyond reasonable doubt. So that's at least a good one for them. The committee recommends that the match commissioner, Mr. Godfrey Maman JP, should be demoted to the Nigerian National League NNL category with immediate effect, that the above decision are without prejudice to the right of appeal. Well, as it is, Bendel Insurance and Nasarawa United, the 3 points are back to free. Good one for them. They are really celebrating that 3 point, at least to actually push them up from where they used to stand. Although we should be looking at the table before they were just that right now. But for Plateau United, that decision is not has not been turned over. Well, from there, let's quickly move away and talk about women football. NWFL, Nigeria Women Football League match day 5 that was played across Nigeria on Wednesday. Quickly, let's look at the result and we also touch on the table. Results across the nation. Robo Queens of Lagos at home, they defeated Ibom Angels 2-1. Ekiti Queens also did same, and the one against Confluence Queens, who came visiting, also lost that game 1-2 to Ekiti Queens, who won at home. Adamawa Queens 2, Benue Queens 0. Nigeria Tels play 1-1 against Delta Queens, and Remo Star Ladies 2-0 against Abia Angels. Bayelsa Queens 1-0 against Rivers Angels, who actually visited them at home. Heartland Queens play goalless against Danas Ladies of Lagos, as Nasarawa Amazon were defeated by Edo Queens in that short clip that you saw there. 2-0 in favor of Edo Queens over there in Benin City, as they were able to win that particular encounter. Well, 2-0 in favor of Edo Queens. Now quickly, let's look at how the table is in Group A and also in Group B. In Group A, as it is, Remo Stars Ladies are topping with 13 points, playing 5 matches. They are really doing well with goal difference of +8, alongside Edo Queens +8, but on difference of 11 against 13 on points. And right now, Ekiti Queens are surprisingly standing tall there with 9 points, having played 5 matches with +2 to their advantage. And Nasarawa Amazon standing fourth with the experienced team having a -1 and having 9 points from 5 matches. Abia Angels 5 matches, 7 points, -1. Danas Ladies of Lagos play 5 matches. They actually have 5 points, a -1 as their own goal difference, scoring 3 goals and conceding 4. For Heartland Queens, they fought hard so far. They have just 2 points and they have -5. Confluence Queens of Lokoja, they have no points yet, conceding so many goals. They actually been able to score just 1 goal, conceding 11 with a -10 as a goal difference in this particular Group A. And in Group B, the way it is, in Group B right now, Bayelsa Queens are running away with 5 matches, 11 points. It's a +8 to the advantage, scoring 10 goals and against them is just they have just 2 goals against them. Rivers Angels standing second, alongside FC Robokus are standing third with 11 points and 10 points respectively. Plus 4 separating them. They have the fact that the goal score they have for 13, 9, 10, 6. Good one for them so far, just 1 point ahead. Adamawa Queens are standing 4 with 7 points, alongside Nigeria of Abuja. Ibom Angels 4, Delta Queens 4. Benue Queens, the way it is for Conference Queens, they are yet to actually have a point with a minus 13 on goal difference, scoring 3 goals, conceding 16 in 5 matches that they have played so far in the Nigerian women football. It's still giving you updates in the world of sport, and right now we quickly look at the NPFL for the male side. The men actually did some play on Wednesday where matches were played in the Nigerian Premier Football. Let's have the result and also how the table is. For Kano Pillars, 2-1 against El Kanemi Warriors. Bendel Insurance, they pipped Eyimba 1-0 as Kwara United did a sharp one against Shooting Stars 2-0 in favor of the team over there in Ilorin. Right now, after that particular game we actually played, they will have the result in this manner. Well, for the table as it stands after those 3 matches played, although if you look at it, Bendel Insurance deducted 3 points, have been reversed right now. Nasarawa United deducted point has also been reversed. So next day we are going to see will be different after this. Well, for the way it is after those games they played between Shooting Stars, Kwara United. Shooting Stars are still standing second on the law with 40 points after they lost that game against Kwara United. Kwara United are standing 8th on the law with 32 points, and you have the likes of Eyimba standing 10th, Bendel Insurance 11th, and if you look at it, by the time they have their 3 points added, they will actually jump to 12th position, thereabout, or 11th position. For Nasarawa United also, by the time they add their 3 points, they should be having 25 points. So they should be able to jump out of the relegation zone so far, looking at the NPFL match day 23. For Kano Pillars are now 9th on the log with 32 points from playing 23 matches with a -2 as their own goal difference. El Kanemi Warriors, who actually lost that game against them, are still standing 6th with 35 points from 23 matches. They are still safe without looking at the goal they scored and the one they conceded, having 0 there. Rangers International 35 points, Abia Warriors 36, and you look at Remo Stars comfortably sitting top with 8 points adrift Shooting Stars, who actually standing second on the log. Well, as it is, the race is still open for them. You have about 15 more matches to go in the Nigerian Premier Football League there. Well, before we go on a short break, let's quickly look at the Nigerian National League award for January. They just released the list of the awardees so far, the 2025 Nigerian National League Pro Star Award. Well, we have it. Kebbi United Abdullahi Umar actually won the most valuable player and highest goal scorer for the month of January. And you have Crown FC's Oladiji Joshua as the best goalkeeper of the month of January. Gateway FC Babatunde Taufik as the goal of the month. Solution FC coach, that's the best coach of the month of January in the Nigerian National League, the second tier of league football. Emmanuel Dush. Ogunfolari Joshua, best referee. Gateway United of Abeokuta, best behaved team of the month. Oladiji Joshua maintained 3 clean sheets in his matches without receiving any cautions, while Abdullahi Umar scored 4 goals, including a hat-trick. That's for Kebbi United, his first of the season. Coach Emmanuel Dush guided Solution FC to 2 wins and a draw during the month of January. Looking at the award there, this will actually at least spur a lot of players, teams to action when they look at what is at stake to win after this particular awards have been given to them. That's a good, at least innovative move rather, to make all the teams to be at their best, because they know that they will get reward for each month. And that's a good one coming from the NNL organizers for the second tier of league football in Nigeria. A quick short break that we're going right now. By the time we return, we give you much more update in the world of sports. Good to have have you back on the show, Sports Update, just to have a glimpse of that short one there. Quickly, let's look at some stories still trending in the world of sport. Let's look at UEFA after playing the knockout phase for the first leg of the matches. We look at the Player of the Week nominees that have been nominated for their wonderful performance during those matches, and we look at those, the likes of Vinny Jr. for what he did. Well, Vinny Jr. did well, not forgetting Grassi also making the Player of the Week. That's the nominee right now. Well, the nominees, you have them there. Apologies for that particular graphics there. Well, from the way it is, Pacquiao, Pavlidis also making it, Grassi and Vinny Jr. The four of them are right now being nominated for the Player of the Week in the UEFA Champions League that just got concluded on Wednesday, on Wednesday night there. From that particular one, let's move away and talk about the big matches for tonight in the UEFA Europa League and also UEFA Conference League. Fenerbahce will be at home against Anderlecht. You have Jose Mourinho there with a Nigeria player who is also will be trying to see how you can do it. Bright Osayi Samuel plays straight with Fenerbahce of Turkey. They'll be playing against Belgian team, that's Anderlecht, while Victoria Plzen will be away to Hungary team, Ferencváros. Midtjylland host Real Sociedad. Union St. Gilloise against Ajax. Osimhen's team, Galatasaray, will be away to AZ Alkmaar from Netherlands, and PAOK Salonika will be hosting FCSB as Porto will be at home against Roma. Look at these two teams, Roma and Porto, are always in the Champions League, but this season it is not going well, so both of them are playing the second tier of UEFA competitions. Bodo Glimt will be away to Twente in also another set of matches to be played in this particular knockout round playoffs in the UEFA Europa League. In the third tier, Conference League, let's look at those matches up where they will also be trying to see how they can outsmart one another. Sergei against Apoel, that's a team from Cyprus. Shamrock Rovers away to Molde of Norway. TSC Jagiena Bielefeld. You have team from Iceland, Reykjavik versus Panathinaikos of Greece. Olympia, they are facing Barak Banja Luka, and Ghent of Belgium also facing Spanish team Real Betis. And you have Copenhagen of Denmark at home against German team Heidenheim, as Paraforce will be facing another Cyprus team, Omonia Nicosia, in those matches, at least for tonight, in the third tier of UEFA competition called Conference League playoffs for the knockout before they will face the main eight in waiting. Giving you the fixtures for tonight in both Europa League and the UEFA Conference League, second and third tier leagues of UEFA competitions. From there, we'll talk about Nigerian star, talking about the music star, Grammy Award winner, Thames. The lady right now is beginning, at least she has invested in football by joining other partners to buy a club. At least the name of that club is San Diego FC. Music star Thames buy into MLS club San Diego FC. The good one for her. Trying to see the future in this team that will be launched in 2025 league in the air. That's women from football over there in America. That's a good one for Thames and her team for being able to see the future, and they were able to key in to invest in that particular team, San Diego FC. Let's look at the partners. The partners who she will be partnering with for that particular San Diego FC partners. We have our own singer Thames, actress Issa Rae, World Cup winning footballer Juan Mata. Mata is already investing in football. Retired US Navy SEAL Joko Willing, and our founding partner and San Diego Padres MLB All-Star Manny Machado also making it court of the investors or partners of San Diego FC. Well, that team will be launching in the next women league over there in the US, and Thames and her team are really seeing this, and now they have actually invested in that team. Congrats to her and her team, and hopefully you see more Nigerians doing so well, investing in different categories of event that they find themselves. Well, from there, let's talk about basketball. Right now, looking at that story, Kevin Durant doing so well, being among the top when it comes to scoring point in the NBA. Kevin Durant becomes 8th player to pass 30,000 NBA points. Good one for him. He has done so well, even though himself saying, well, it's not even close. But at least you have to appreciate what he's done so far when it comes to playing in this sport of basketball. Kevin Durant doing so well for Phoenix Suns and really deserve all the accolade he's getting there. Let's look at the top scorers in NBA history so far after Kevin Durant being able to join the leagues of top scorers in the NBA history. Of course, LeBron James, the king, is still standing top there, adding more almost week in, week out, 41,623 points that he has scored in the NBA, making him the top scorer after overturning the record held for so many years by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who actually stood for a long time, 38,387 points. You have Karl Malone, who stands third there with 36,928. Kobe Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant there with 33,643. Michael Jordan, 32,292. And you have Dan Nowitzki with 31,560. Will Chamberlain, 31,419. And now Kevin Durant scoring 30,008 points. And according to him, he's not even close. But at least he's among the top 8 top scorers in NBA history. You look at LeBron James, the gap is really very wide. The next person that will do this will really do a wonderful job, because you look at the number of players from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar down to Will Chamberlain, they have all retired from the sport. So Kevin Durant is even standing 8th. Stand no chance at all. You look at the gap between them, almost 11,000 points. And you look at the age, Kevin Durant will not be able to do this. Well, that's a record. The record is meant to be broken. We wait to see this being broken. After all, LeBron James broke the record of Abdul-Jabbar there. Well, just to give you all those updates in the world of sport, and right now we look at the result earlier today in the NBA result there. Quickly, let's have it. All the games played. Indiana Pacers defeated Washington Wizards in an overtime game, 134-130, while Orlando Magic, they won that game 102 to defeat Charlotte Hornets, who scored 86. San Antonio Spurs 103 to Boston Celtics, who actually fought hard. They won that game 116. Atlanta Hawks versus New York Knicks also went into overtime, 149 against 148. Just a point for New York to actually nip it in the ball for them to win that game. While Brooklyn Nets, they did 100 against 96 for Philadelphia 76ers with extra 4 points, as Cavaliers played 131 to defeat Toronto Raptors from Canada, who actually stay at home, but they lost that game. Miami Heat 101 against Oklahoma City Thunder, who scored 115 to win that game and still making it a big one for them, topping their own conference there. Sacramento Kings 119 as against New Orleans Pelicans, who scored 111. Minnesota Timberwolves scored 101 as against Milwaukee Bucks, who were able to win by extra 2 points, 103. Detroit Pistons 128 as against Chicago Bulls, who scored 110 with extra 18 points to make it for the Pistons to win the game there. Well, just to give you update in the NBA games play earlier today, and before we wrap it up, Arsenal are still keen on signing Atletico Bilbao forward Nico Williams. He's a player they've been looking at getting, and they want to go for him. As it is, Mikel Arteta is trying his best to make sure he can actually sign this young player, Nico Williams. Fantastic player that even Jose Mourinho is also looking at. That this is a player that, if everyone is talking about talent, this young man, Nico Williams, stands a lot of chance to do well when it comes to football, in the world of football there. Now, the last one has to be with former Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag, could take over at Feyenoord as manager. As it is, that could be a shocking one because he used to be with Ajax, and Ajax right now, they are standing there top there. And you look at Feyenoord standing 5th on the log table. Well, as it is, the man might just take over the job as the coach of Feyenoord over there, the Netherlands Eredivisie. Give me your update in the world of sport as a wrap that we've given to you there from the entire team. Adeniyi Ajisafe. Thanks for watching.